If you have really tight wrists, stay and do this video with me. Tight wrists come from repetitive motion, texting, typing on a keyboard. Our wrists get pretty locked out over time, but we can re-establish this range of motion, specifically using the science of stretching method. So we will be slowing our breath down, 4 to 8 breaths, more time under passive tension. So we'll hold this main stretch for 3 minutes, and then we'll do so passively and relaxed, so the muscle and the fascia can begin to stretch out, therefore reestablishing the full range of motion of your wrists. You're not going to need any equipment today, so go ahead and get comfortable, and let's get started. All right, we'll begin on all fours, so make your way into tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Bring your knees about hip distance apart, tops of the feet down, and ankles in line with your knees. Look down at your hands, spread your fingers wide. And then come up onto your fists. Make fists, press your knuckles into the mat. Then spread your fingers wide again, as wide as you can. Come back into fists, knuckles press against your mat. Spread your fingers wide as you can. And then start to move through that, making fists, spreading your fingers wide, warming up your wrists here, kind of like you're a cat kneading. And keep going. Then pause when your hands are spread wide, and then move your fingers so it's pointing to the outsides of your mat, wrists to the inside, and then start to sway your shoulders side to side. And come through center, sit onto your heels, shake your hands out. And then we're gonna get going into our long hold stretch. Move back into tabletop position, tuck your toes under, and switch the directions of your hands. Spread your fingers wide, fingers point towards your knees now, wrists towards the top of the mat. If you can't quite get your fingers to point towards your knees, it's okay to have your palms lifted, or if you're somewhere halfway, that's okay too, as long as it's not putting any kind of uncomfortable, painful pressure on you. Once you're there, press your hips down towards your heels, and we're gonna begin. We're gonna hold this for 3 minutes. Toes tucked under, so you gotta stretch into your feet. Press your hips down towards your heels. Feel the stretch into your forearms and your wrists. And start to notice your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Long, slow exhale out. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale nose. And exhale mouth. Continue to sink your hips down towards your heels. Release any tension in your face. You're about halfway there. If you need to ease up at any moment, feel free to, but then get right back into it. Wrists get really tight from all the repetitive motions, like sitting at a keyboard or even texting, being on our phones. So it takes time to bring our wrists back into their full range of motion. These long, cold, passive stretches is the fastest and I'd say most effective way to get you there. You have less than a minute left. Notice your breath. Take a couple more deep breaths in together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Good, you did it. Slowly come up, untuck your toes, tops of the feet down, sit onto your hips, shake your hands out. Take some wrist circles, moving in one direction and then the other. Really good job. I know tight wrists can be a real source of pain and can really get in the way. So continue to come back to this video as you reestablish that full range of motion. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.